everyone, I am Maestit Polo and my classmate is Ana Ayala. Today we are going to talk about one of the recollection methods that we will use in our research, entitled Use of Smartphone Applications to Develop Spoken Communication in English, specifically the interview. Okay guys, let's start. According to Frankel and other authors, the interview is an important way for a researcher to check the accuracy of the impression he or she has gained through observation to verify or refute. Okay? In this way, we select data that is interesting in our study. Now, there are several kinds of interviews, but in this study, we will focus on the informal interview. Okay? Which is similar to the daily dialogues that people in a social environment have. This focuses on the interest of the researchers and the interview, which allow for obtaining real and reliable information in this process, since it facilitates the reconstruction of previous knowledge by the participants. For data collection, several stages will be taken into account. First, observe classes. This phase is relevant because it will help us to better understand the context and the participants, and in this way, it will allow us to plan a good interview that is consistent with our study. Second, choose 3 students from the 9th grade according to what was observed. This will ensure that we select an appropriate purposive sample for our research. Third, plan the question that will be asked. Since for our study to be effective, it is necessary to formulate coherent and precise questions that can be easily answered. Fourth, carry out the interview in person. This will be done through a direct conversation between the student and the researcher. So, researcher will follow the role of interviewer. Now, it is likely that it will be carried out in the chosen educational institution. Fifth, record videos and audios. In this step, one researcher will fulfill this role, since the other will be dedicated to conducting the interview. It should be noted that this stage will be very relevant because it will allow us to review the information at any time. Six, analyze the information provided, since this analysis will allow us to choose the data that will be useful for our study and discard those that are not.
Continuing with the details of the interview as data collection procedure, it is important to mention that a total of 6 interviews will be carried out, as there are 3 participants, thus each one will be given 2. Also, they will be interviewed once a week. Moreover, each one will only last an hour, since it doesn't want that the students get bored while being in that process for a long time. In addition, the questions that this technique will include will be of the open-ended type, since it is intended to be a conversation style where the communication between the interviewee and the interviewer is spontaneous. Following this, the questions will be taken from the general to the specific, since it wants to start with a broad topic and later arrive at something more particular about a point of view of them. For that, there will be a relevant time for learners to think, analyze, and respond to all the questions without feeling pressure. This is why the questionnaires will be simple and short, so they can understand what is being asked. So this is basically the way in which these interviews will be applied.